Hey there and welcome to my channel. I am Sheena and I am the indie dyer for Casual Fashion Queen, just the general everything for Casual Fashion Queen. I have been getting more involved, doing more videos, and I am starting to hopefully do some more weekly or bi-weekly YouTube videos, at least twice a month. I am regularly posting on Patreon, lots of behind the scenes, dyeing, what my family's getting up to. It's a little bland right now because it is snowing so much constantly. We haven't been able to get out of the house too much. We are up to about 130 inches of snow for the year, give or take. Today we're getting about, well, between last night, today, and like tomorrow morning, about a foot of snow. So we have been staying home quite a bit. The average high for January was 8, you know, baseline things. So we're not really running around and doing too much as a family, or even myself doing too much alone. I am just kind of at home staying warm and toasty as one does in January when they live in Upper Peninsula of Michigan. But yeah, so I haven't been on YouTube. I haven't been making a lot of videos and posting a ton of content since moving here, but I have been trying. I've been trying to get a little better about regularly recording, regularly behind the scenes, regularly when we're going on hikes, things like that. So if you see me on Patreon, I'm like doing all sorts of everything over there. It's like a huge, like a catch-all for whatever I'm up to. You can find me on Instagram as just Casual Fashion Queen, all one word. I'm on TikTok, Casual Fashion Queen. I only just got on there like 3 weeks ago, so I'm still playing catch up and still kind of figuring out all of these video things and how that works and how to be cool and with it. Cool. But yeah, so I have been staying very, very busy, being very creative in the zone. I have been creating little spaces in our new home since I bought our home back on the summer solstice, actually, of last year. I purchased and signed the papers for our new home. This is actually the landing at the top of the steps on the second floor. These pieces hanging around me, I've made none of them, but they are all handmade. Quite a few of them are from the local thrift store. I know this one's signed like 1989. This one has some writing on the back. It's part of a collection that was from, I think, 1976. Like they're really neat pieces that I've been able to find and accrue, and I'm really, really proud of. This piece up here is all quilted and it's by a local artist, local to me, and I just love the colors of it. And yeah, so my landing has become like this little space where I am just hanging all handmade items by all sorts of artists on the wall. Over on this side, I have some art hanging from my kids and, you know, all sorts. But yeah, this is one of my little small spaces that I've actually decorated in the house. I haven't been able to get a lot of furniture. We haven't been able to finish many of our projects, but it's just been very, very cold. We've had to keep the house quite closed up when it's, you know, -36. But we are keeping ourselves busy and entertained for the winter, and I am finding myself really, really, really wanting to create. And so the last week or so, I've been working on these two projects right here. This one is my crochet project. I'm going to start with talking about this one because I've showed this a lot. It has been on TikTok and Instagram and posted all around. Here are some of my granny squares that are inside of this. This is what my smaller granny squares look like. I just kind of made up a very, very simple granny square pattern to follow. So that's the smaller ones, and the larger ones are the same exact pattern, just a little bit bigger. I'm using the same white throughout so that it's kind of all the same cohesive niche, cohesiveness. I am not good with my English words today. All of the tonals in this are from my shop. These are my Americana tonals, but I started working on this maybe a week and a half, 2 weeks ago or so. Love this. I just kind of started with the idea of wanting to make a granny square something. I wasn't sure if I wanted to make a kind of a duster, cardigan, a pullover. I've kind of landed on the idea of making a dress. Sleeves will be added, long dress, but kind of split down the sides. And it's going to be more of like a beach cover-up than it will be like a dress for, you know, going to the grocery store. But I'm going to actually pop this on so that you can see. Don't worry, I'm layered up with all of my hand knits. I find myself wearing smaller tank tops, smaller t-shirts, things like that underneath of my clothes. And I am hoping to start creating more of these pieces because I really love how warm and cozy they keep my chest and definitely keep me necessarily needed to help. It is very much needed to help keep my chest quite warm on these colder days. So here I have on my crochet top. It's finished up to the sides. All of the ends have been completely woven in. Like, I'm so proud of myself. It's unbelievable, right? So it is a wearable piece. I can take it off of the needles right now and wear it as a sleeveless shirt. But I'm not particularly interested in that as it is blizzard conditions outside at the moment. But yeah, I'm loving how it's coming along. I'm loving the neckline. I actually really love the back here. I think it looks so nice. But yeah, I'll sit here with it on. Tell me what you think. So like I said, these are my Americana tonals. The shaping of these squares is just kind of following the shaping that I did for increasing and decreasing. So it doesn't look quite as square, but these are all just squares with some edging done for finishing. I will be adding how you see a large, a small, and a large for the sleeves to start, I believe. But I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do after that. But I'm going to put on my other top. I'm a little cold. So I have quite a ways to go with knitting on that. Or in crocheting. It is a crochet and a knit project at this point. I have more squares made up and I will be making lots and lots more. I believe that I want to take this piece down to about mid shin, but I'm not really sure. I want to see how it feels. I'm going to build it out piece by piece and try it on like I have been, see how the pieces are fitting together, how it feels on my body, if it's feeling too heavy, if it's feeling too floppy, if I need to make adjustments. I will just be making adjustments as I go. That is life, you know, so I don't mind. The other project that I've been working on, I will show you. This is actually a brand new colorway that is coming to the shop tomorrow. This is Snow Moon, and it has a little mini here that will be coming with it. This is a limited edition mini, and I will be, if I do another sock set, it will be pretty similar to this with the speckles, but the base color will be probably a little different because I didn't take any crazy notes or anything. I just kind of remember how I did it, but I kind of think I would love to do one with this beautiful, beautiful green. I'm going to show you my socks in just a moment, but yeah, there's this beautiful greens and these bright, bright, springy, happy greens. And I feel like right now with this Snow Moon, all you can think about is those little tiny grasses where they're going to start peeking through. When are we going to see spring? I'm dreaming of it. In my deck, I have a sock. I am knitting a sample of the sock set. I'm currently on the toe. I am using the Conscious. I don't want to drop my deck. I'm really good at dropping things if you've seen any of my older videos. This is the mini, all balled up. It is what's connected right now. Like I said, I'm working on the toe, not too far off, but yeah, here's how it looks in the cuff. I love how the sock is knitting up. I love the micro stripes. I love the earthy colors. I love the little pastels tucked in. And those green pops are my absolute favorite. And here is the ball of Snow Moon. I do not have a Swift at the moment, so I haven't been able to make any cakes. I've just been hand winding everything and I kind of love it, and I'm not sure what's wrong with me. I have been really loving the process of just like spending time with the yarn before I'm knitting it, and I mean, it's not a bad thing. I think it's a good thing. I'm appreciating and spending time with my friends, but anyways, I will be adding this to the shop Saturday. 4 p.m. is shop update, 4 p.m. Central. So the next thing I'm going to show you is my gardening stuff, because I'm really, really excited to be gardening this year. Not my first garden, but it will be my first garden in Michigan. And this is just a little thing for my little knees so that they don't hurt. But I got my seeds in. I know where I'm going to start them in my house. I am not sure exactly where I'm going to be putting things outside, because we do have 2 raised beds in the front that would probably typically be done with just flowers, but I don't care. And I have a raised bed in the back that I'm thinking of putting like a dwarf apple tree inside of possibly. And I was able to get another raised bed with a cover that I'm really, really excited about, because then that means I can start putting things outside a little teensy bit early. I'm not sure how any of it's going to work, but I'm going to put my little pillow down and grab my gardening bag. I ordered, and because we moved, I had to leave most everything that I owned in Florida. So we have been slowly trying to accrue the things that we need. And so I got some new gardening tools for myself. So my first gardening purchase was this guy here. So you can saw with it, you can dig with it, you can measure with it, you can do all sorts of things. And I actually bought it initially to start with like my foraging and digging around and nosing around outside. So this is the first thing that I purchased, aside from some gardening gloves. I was actually gardening and using this quite a lot. I got my snippers, I got my thingies, I got my shovels, you know, all the baseline stuff. But, you know, what we're really worried about are some seeds. I got a bunch. We're going to be doing radishes again, which was great. I have no idea how to grow lettuce. Help me. Honeydew, I think we can do. Sunflowers, that's okay. Brussels sprouts. I'm super excited to grow Brussels sprouts. I am not familiar with growing them, and I think they are absolutely hilarious when they're growing. Arugula, soybean. We are going to have a pumpkin growing competition, and I chose Cinderella because they are good for yummy eating. Cucumber, carrot, cauliflower, a tomato. I only got 1 tomato. This is a Mennonite, Wisconsin-based tomato. Cabbage, eggplant, broccoli, onion, pepper. They sent some basil extra, which is awesome because I need that, and coffee. So the coffee is going to be an inside plant for sure. If it goes outside, it's a lucky day. But I think it would be pretty cool if I could manage to grow some coffee, brew some coffee, and create it for myself. But the brand here, My Gardener, M-I for Michigan. This is a local-ish kind of a brand over by Lake Huron. They, I felt like I would have better compatibility growing with seeds that I know are going to do well in this kind of weather, because it is such an extreme, particularly such an extreme from what I had just lived in. I do live in a zone 4 area. Last frost is May 30th, so it could be a while before I'm able to get too much into the ground, but I'm hoping that with the one cover I'm able to start some things outside, but definitely things will be started inside of the house. We have lots of space. I have a great window in one of the bedrooms that faces south. Gets so much sun all day long, so I think that will be a fantastic spot, particularly because it's on the 2nd floor, so it gets like over top of the trees, so it doesn't get much shade in that window. It's just full on sun all the time, which is really, really nice right now in the winter, because sometimes the sun is very elusive, and sometimes it's only very nice to see the sun when you are inside, because the sun means that it's extra cold. That means there's no coverage and no nothing to keep us blanketed and warm. But yeah, the winter has been super amazing to experience. It is, it's extreme. It's definitely cold at times. We have had no moments of being uncomfortable in the house or uncomfortable outside, really. We've had to go out in very extreme cold when it makes like your eyes hurt and your boogers are dry, or not dry, your boogers are like turning to icicles inside of your nose because it's like -30, feels like -40. It does get very, very cold sometimes for a pretty long stretch, but I just work and keep busy and keep creating. I feel like I have like so much creative energy to channel because I am not able to go outside and just like run around and get into trouble. So here I am creating things. I am hoping that this sock and its pair will be done very soon, and I'm not sure what socks I'm going to cast on next. If you would like to see a particular colorway worked up, let me know in the comments below. I have lots and lots on my website that's for pre-order, and you can look through my pre-order catalog for some ideas if you'd like. I love to just, you know, window shop, even if it's just online. But I am going to make some more tea. I'm going to finish the end of this sock. I am so close. I love my little things. This is a Bunny and Toot little cake. And then over here, this is the stitch marker that is in my Valentine's sock set that was just mailed out this week. And I'm going to be making a few of these for the shop and maybe some others tonight, I think, and try to have a productive and creative evening before I have my shop update tomorrow when I have some work and focusing on being, you know, a professional. I will see you later.